Fernando Alonso made his return to Formula 1 in 2021, marking his third stint with Renault under the guise of Alpine. Alonso's relationship with Renault led to 2005 and 2006 drivers' titles and helped cement his name as one of the greatest drivers in the sport. In 2020, a historic chapter in the history of F1 came to an end. The Williams family said goodbye to the team after being a staple of the paddock since 1977. The Williams family achieved a staggering 9 Constructors' Championships and 7 Drivers' Championships during their dominance during the 80s and
Hello and welcome back to IRS. We are live for Tier 2, round 7 Austria, mic on. Nah, it's not on mute, I was just setting myself up. But apparently it's a wet race, so with 11 drivers, I think this race is going to be pretty boring, but hope you lot prove me wrong. We've just seen Outlaw put in a chat, don't have a wet setup, so no DRS during the race. I don't know if it's going to make it any better for the drivers out there, but we shall see. Elmo of the Void is the first driver to start a lap anyway. IRS LB44 subscriber at Tier 1 for 6 months, currently on a 4-month streak, absolute legend. Obviously one of the oldest IRS members we have, being an admin as well. So we got to IRS LB44 in the Twitch chat, on board with Elmo, who's not on the lap. So I think we'll jump on board with IS1 into Sector 2 now. This is a Sector 1 checkpoint, but Austria is a track where most of the drivers are pretty similar in pace, I would say. We shall see what happens in this qualifying session. Maybe some drivers can get into the 103.9s possibly. I don't think we'll be seeing anything below 103.8 in Tier 2. Might be proved wrong again, but we shall see about that as IS1 is coming into the final sector right now. Let's see if he doesn't invalidate and keeps it within the white lines. Taking a bit of a tight line there, as F Codes actually was the first driver to a lap 105.2 for IS1, 105.6 for F Codes. Got TPI coming into the final corner right now. Can he snatch away pole position? No, he cannot. He jumps up to Q2. Sorry, Chris starting the lap. And Noor is on a flying lap right now. One of the drivers that could get into the 103s possibly. Judging by the first couple of laps, I'm not too sure. We shall see though. I think Noor might prove us wrong right now. With a 104.4 to 4 tenths to make up to get into the 103s, but a good opening lap there, going 7 tenths clear. Outlaw with a 104.2, 2 tenths pickup championship leader. With Anura having that bad result last week at Monza, it's opened the door up to Outlaw to take the championship lead. With a 19-point gap over Anura. The rest of the drivers pretty far behind. Nasha's 42 points behind, but he's been very consistent, taking P3 in every single race that he's raced so far this season. So that is some very good consistency. I don't know what's going on there with F Codes. Just missed that, but a 5 place grid penalty for having an incident with GF1 there, who's just come out of the pits. No idea what was happening there. For some reason, they were coming together. Yellow Chris jumped in at P4 with a 105.2 as well. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened with GF1 and F codes there. Bit of a weird one. Constructor standings. Can anyone catch the Red Bull of Outlaw and Purple Up, who's unfortunately not here today? Either he was either newborn or baby that is on the way. He was missing, but Elmo of the Void 105.2 for the Haas. Could he be on for his best qualifying this season? Let's jump on board with the Frenchman or Remy in the AlphaTauri. He's been solo AlphaTauri pretty much this whole season. Unfortunately for him, runs a bit wide, invalidates his lap in probably the easiest place not to invalidate on the track. There's a lot harder places like here, turn 1. So let's jump on board with the RP or GF1 Rises Mo 90 with 16.3. This is the braking point a little bit, runs a bit wide, but manages to rotate the car enough to get it out the exit. Backs off his lap though. You could tell he made a little mistake there with the braking point and he's going to decide to go again. DMB super skills. I think he's just messed up turn 1 already and backed off his lap straight away. Or he's potentially going for practice and just tested out the braking points on each corner. I'm not too sure, but a lot of people are struggling already here in Austria, not the easiest of tracks. TPI jumps in at P6 with a 105.3. Remy's going to go again, but he's invalidated again, I think. Unfortunately for him. GF1. He's going to try again. Let's see if we can get this turn. Is it turn 2 or 3? Is that past his turn there? Not too sure. But let's go with turn 2 or 3. He's done the same thing again. This time completely missed the braking up and missed the corner. Goes wide. Backed off again. Struggling with that corner is GF1. Outlaw does a 111.1. He's going to be going for another lap. Into turn 1 he goes. Looks a lot better this time round. He's going to carry on with his lap this time. See what sort of sector 1 time he can do. 16.3. Most of the cars out in front, only 4 in the pits. IRS LB44 yet to come out, the only driver yet to enter the pits, and DMB making an invalidation there as TPI does improve, does a 104.5. IS1 did improve as well there in the McLaren, jumping up to P4 with 104.6. And let's see how he gets on a flying lap right now. Riding the curb nicely there. Want to take turn 1 as wide as you can and just swing the car in. Try to avoid the curb. Carry the momentum into turn 1. He's a 10th up on his time. Slightly a bit wide, but still got the pace if you get a good exit. Both Hasses just a 6 at the moment. Could be on for their best qualifying as a team. We shall find out in 8 minutes time. Apparently there is a wet race as well though, so if you haven't practiced any wet driving, good luck to you. As Amur is now just under 2/10 up on his time and is on the way to beat the Outlaw's lap if he can finish his third sector off nicely. This is where most people invalidate here now, into this last corner, running a bit too wide. Amur hits it perfectly and he will be a 104.065 and takes provisional pole position away from Outlaw. F codes, DMB super skills, both on laps. DMB was super close to invalidating there. Luckily he doesn't in the Mercedes. Can he get a decent time on the board? That 111 is not representative of his real pace. As he enters the final corner, DRS slammed on, crosses the line, jumps up to P5 with a 104.9. F-Codes is half a second down on his time at the moment, so there'll be no improving from him. If I was him, I would have boxed that lap. Got a new set of tyres. Elmo of the Void on a slow lap, potentially just getting used to the track more, trying to find his breaking points, trying to find the best way around the track. As Outlaws on an outlap as well, IRS LB44 finally takes to the track for the first time. Right on board GF1. See if we can get a time on the board here. Been struggling in his opening lap here. Get the car stopped. Gonna go down to gear 4, ride the curb a tiny bit, try to get a good exit, which he does. Up the long straight, up the hill, into the hard braking zone where he's messed up 2 laps already. Let's see if he can get right this time and brake earlier, which he has done. It's a good exit out in gear 2, up into gear 3, DRS on, gear 4. Now we're going to be heading down the hills into another hard braking zone, down into gear 3. Goes a bit wide off the apex, gets a decent exit there. Ride the curb as much as you can on the right, down to gear 5. Take the speed, you don't want to be touching that curb. Just want to miss that curb, 45.4. He's missing a few apexes here, but he's still on for a decent enough lap into the final sector where a lot of people struggle with invalidations. Running a bit wide here, keeps it perfectly within the white lines and the exit as well. Crosses the line and he's going to put himself into the top 6 with a 105.0 IRS LB44. Not too far behind. A sector behind him on a flying lap as well. Well, he's not on a flying lap, he's got his DRS turned off. And he's on for a decent enough lap here, 106.8. Got a lot of time to improve, I guess. I think he's doing some practice laps in his first set of softs. DRS still turned off. Turns it on now, a bit too late. Should have saved it and gone for another lap. Boxed for a new set of tyres. Just got to practice here and then get a new set of tyres and then go again on this last final run. Gonna stick it out though, DRS still turned off. Down the hill we go, into the right hander. Around the Red Bull ring. We'll go down into gear 5, slightly a bit late on changing gears there. He's a 45.5 though, so he's 1.1 second up from his time. Needs to find a bit more to jump F-codes and put himself P9. I think if he turned the ERS on earlier on his lap, he would have been well up. Does improve though. A 105.4. As Yosoy Chris also improves by 6/10, jumping up to P4 there. Elmo of the Void is not up on his time at the moment. Got F-codes going again. How's IS1 getting on? Not improving at the moment, about to start a lap. Outlaw has made a mistake somewhere, 26 seconds down in his time, so he must have had a bit of a moment somewhere to be that far down. There's no way he was going that slow around the lap. Let's see, he's on 60% ERF as well. Crosses the line, he's got a Nura not too far behind him, you can just see him in the background. Both starting flying laps at the same time, just over 3 minutes to go of this session. Like I said, a 19-point gap between Anu and Outlaw in favour of Outlaw at the moment. He's half a tenth up on his time, just a decent enough exit. Just missed him in his checkpoint. but these two have been consistently at the top all season long, slugging it out, having a good battle between themselves for who can take the driver championship. Down into gear 5, he's out of the IRS. Could have nearly 2 tenths up on his time though. If he finds a bit more, which I'm not sure he might, because the ERS has run out, could affect him, but could be the first driver into the 103s. Has a big moment, and that's going to cost him. And he will not be an improvement in his time. He needs to jump back to the pits as quick as he can. I don't think he's got enough time, you know. How much he got there? Oh no, he ain't got enough time. He won't be out the box and come out again with a new set of tyres, so Outlaw is P2 at best. And we're going for another lap. We've got F-Codes retiring in the pits. Remy is off the track at the moment, a 106.0. Anyone else improving out there? Just missed a checkpoint for PMB. IS1 matching his time there enough, runs a bit wide though, so he might have to go again. That's his qualifying over, because he's out of fuel as well. TPI, 10 thousandths of a second up on his time. Outlaw into the pits. How's the move getting him? Has pole position right now. Don't think anyone else is beating him, but can he get us into the 103s and be the only driver to do that? Yes, he can. No, he can't. Oh, I thought he did. There's a 104.010. 10 thousandths away from getting into the 103s. TPI just under a tenth up on his time. Can he find about 2 more tenths in this final sector? Put himself in the top 2. About to find out as he comes into the final corner. Crosses the line, and he didn't find that 2 tenths, but has found just over a tenth with 104.4. Yoso Chris will start his last lap. So we got IS1 done, Outlaw done, TPI done, Anur done. DMB Super Skills is done. GF1, Razama, we've got one more shot at it. IRS LB44. Who's just retired on track? Is that TPI? That could be a penalty coming his way. Not allowed to retire on track during any session. That's IRS LB44. It's just down on his time at the moment, but can he get a good final corner and improve on his time? Yes, he can. But he's 4 thousandths away from beating GF1 there. Let's jump on board with Yosoy Chris, who's not improving at all. GF1 as well, retiring on track, which you're not allowed to do, so both Alpines there will be getting a penalty. That is qualifying over and done with. And Nur Hassan taking pole position once more in tier 2. That will be his 1, 2, 3, 4th pole position out of 7 rounds that Anur has been at the top of the table in this qualifying. But yeah, I'm not sure why GF1 and TPI retired on track there during qualifying. It's not allowed to be done in the race or qualifying at all. If you want to retire from the race or qualifying, you need to drive into the pit lane, press start and retire it that way. Yeah, here's your confirmation of that pole position from Anur. Currently 19 points behind Outlaw, just under 1 thousandth of a second, under 2 tenths up on Outlaw in this qualifying as well, so could be a big thing going into this race due to apparently it being a wet race, so pure pace and no DRS will be the key factor here. I'll be back in 30 seconds, 40 seconds. There's your confirmation of a full wet race. Only 11 drivers as well, so I'm not even in party chat. I just realised that, so sorry to the guys who listened to me in qualifying. Let me just change that quick time so you don't have to listen to me. There we go. Into party chat now, so the drivers don't have to listen to my waffling. Here we go then. 5 red lights here in the Red Bull Ring, Austria. Tier 2 is about to get underway. We wait for the little glitch. Who's going to get the best start? Anu looks like he's got a great start there. TPI's had a bit of a moment. Yo Soy Chris already up the inside. 2 Mercedes side by side into turn 1. Alpine running off the track there. But it's actually, I thought I was about to say it's clean, but Elmo the Void has spun round. And I knew, oh, there's a bit of McLaren's gone really wide. IRS LB44 up the inside of 2 cars there. Sending it up the inside. Into P4. There's 3 wide. Between the Haas, Alpine and Mercedes as DMB's super skills gets it all wrong into the braking, nearly runs into the back of them drivers as IRS LB44 goes up the inside of Yo Soy Chris, who's had a bit of a moment there on the exit. Top 2 stay as they are, there they go. Off into the distance by 2 seconds already. A lot of drivers struggling here with the wet by the looks of it. Obviously no wet time trial in this game anymore, which is a big thing. IS1 is out of the session, and that is an early safety car, or virtual safety car I should say. I think TPI has also spun round, and I knew we should have done a 35% race. Now it's jumped to a full safety car, which is going to come out after the drivers pass by. And yeah, I knew we should have done a 35%, but everyone wanted to vote for 50 for some reason. Next time I'm going to take authority and just do a 35% race. As we got to wait for all the drivers to catch up to the safety car who's already into sector 1, going into sector 2, and it's not slowing down. Actually they're stopped now. But already a messy start there from tier 2 in the round 7 Austria. Someone was right in the side, he parked his car there, what the hell. IS1's having no luck recently. I remember last season as well, there was like a couple of races where IS1 just had no luck whatsoever. He got DNF in like 2-3 races. And the same thing is happening to him again this season. Last couple of races, he's had so much bad luck. As TPI stops on track to stop himself getting a drive through there. Obviously forgetting about the delta. It's saying wet to wet the whole race, so it looks like the sun will not be appearing whatsoever, but yeah, unfortunately for IS1 there, he's going to have to report that incident, I believe, after hearing that in the Twitch chat. Because people don't practice wet. Since they took the time trial out of the game, this F1 23, no one practices with wet races. And you can tell that by the tier 2 start here today. I hope F1 24 they put wet time trial back in. They said they was listening to content creators rather than esport drivers, so I hope they listen to that and they put it back in the game. As F1 is trying to catch up to the safety car. There will probably be 2 laps of the safety car here, which is not what we want to see. Let's have a look at the position changes, because IRS LB44 is always a great starter, and no matter what race he's in. He's already up 5 positions. Along with F codes up 5 positions as well. GF1 up 3 positions. The safety car might be in the engine this next lap anyway. I hope it is. Austria is always a long race. There's loads of safety cars. Considering it's a short lap, it's always a long race. Remy's just catching up now. TPI not too far behind as well. But yeah, Anur with a great start there to the race, keeping his P1. Can he take 7 points away from Outlaw? Maybe 8 if he gets past this lap. We shall see. Let me open up the stewards room for S1. Just in case he wants to report already. And then he wants to dip out and not waste his time. No, incident reports are now open, so S1 can send his report in there and then enjoy the rest of his day. Unfortunately for him, as our safety car is in this lap, which is good news for us. But yeah, no DRS, which is a bad thing here, to be fair. I think Anur was about to go then, but he's been throttle. What's the word? His throttle has been stopped due to the safety car not being into the pits yet. Off he goes then. It's going to be the battle of DRS this race. No DRS. Which is always a good thing for Austria. You always get these DRS trains, but not today due to the wet weather. IRS LB44 trying to stay with the top 2. They've already got a good start for this restart. Remy with a 3-second time penalty already in this race. Bit of contact between Yolsoy Chris and IRS LB44, who gets tapped in the back by Yolsoy Chris, just missing his braking zone. F code's got past DMB super skills. Got TPI having a look at Elbow, a bit of contact between them two as well. Outlaw trying to stick to the back of Anur here. He's doing well so far. Bit more ERS drain in the Red Bull though, 75% compared to 90% of Anur. Really, you don't want to be draining your battery in the wet, because you can save it a lot here. And just use your skills instead of draining the battery. But Outlaw seems to want to drain that battery a lot more and try to stick to the back of the Alfa Romeo of Anur. Yolsoy Chris moving to the outside, which will be around the outside, possibly into turn 2. IRS LB44 with some great braking there. As Anur's made a bit of a mistake, I believe. Well, Outlaw's just draining his battery and got himself up into P1. Yolsoy Chris and IRS LB44 are still battling out. IRS LB44 braking a bit late. They go back side by side as Yolsoy Chris tries to get an undercut. Unfortunately doesn't work out for him as IRS LB44 keeps the position. Tries to go around the outside again, runs off the track. This time he's going to lose a couple positions to F codes and DMB super skills. GF1 also having a look now at the Haas driver. Into a corner you don't really overtake as he backs out of it. But Yolsoy Chris having a bit of a nightmare here at the moment. Running wide in multiple corners and has lost a lot of positions. Gone from 4th position down to the 7th. Top 2 battling away. Got F codes in the Mercedes sandwich right now. Trying to move to the other side of IRS LB44, who again brakes late. This time he's braked too late, and he could cost himself 2 or 3 positions. Where is he? On the grass. He's going to lose a position to his teammate as well. No, he's not. They're side by side. Yes, he is. Backs out of it. A lot of drivers struggling with their braking zone here, with the lack of practice in the wet weather. Outlaw is 1.3 seconds ahead of Anur, and looks to be much more comfortable here in the wet. GF1 trying to make moves. Every driver will finish in the points there now, keep the Ice One's DNF. So all they've got to do is just stick it on the track, keep it within the white lines, and they'll be good. CPI with the fastest lap of 17.0. All the two Mercedes to come together again. IRS LB44 just missing his braking zone once more. He needs to brake a bit earlier into these corners. Josue Chris trying to make a move on the Alpine of GF1 up the inside. IRS LB44 defending as well, holding his line. GF1 slots back into position. TPI has now joined this race as well. Anur is struggling through this middle sector. He's 2.5 now behind Outlaw. Has a big moment there as well, nearly loses the car. Outlaw's got a 3-second time penalty already. Could cost him come the end of this race, but at the moment he's 3.3 seconds ahead and looks to be much more comfortable on the throttle and braking in the wet weather compared to Anur, who's lighted up the rears a lot here. DMB Super Skills trying to make a move in F codes, but Remy into the pits already. Not sure if the weather will change and we'll get into this at some point in this race. We shall find out, as Josue Chris making a move on GF1 there. Elmo of the Void struggling by the looks of it as well. Dropping back a lot. Well, Remy's actually jumped onto the inters, which is a bit of a surprise there. There's a lot of standing water on the track. And there's a lot of spray coming from the cars. But yeah, Outlaw is now 4.3 ahead of Anur. He is struggling big time here. To try to keep it on the track at all. Possibly got a dry setup from qualifying, which I think most of these drivers do, to be fair. But he's losing time to Outlaw and falling back into the clutches of F codes, DMD. Josue Chris having a look at IRS LB44. I think a bit of VRS. And it could be up the inside into turn 2, 3. IRS LB44 defending the inside though, so also Chris is going to have to do it the hard way. Possibly get the undercut here if IRS LB44 makes a mistake, which he doesn't. Good exit from IRS LB44 as well. Keeps the position, good defending on the Mercedes driver there. But he's running out of VRS real quick, needs to save a bit of VRS and try to find his rhythm here in the wet. IS1 leaving the session. Also Chris having a bit of a moment with the rear tyres again. 6.8 now the gap out the top. And Anur is struggling big time. He's 1.6 now F codes. Wow. Anur has just dropped nearly 3 seconds in one lap there to F-Codes and Outlaw. He used to go down to lower gears into these corners. As we've got F-Codes into the pits as well, possibly going for a set of inters. Yeah, I think Amir's just revving it too high in too much higher gears. And he's struggling a bit here to get the car stopped. Yeah, you can tell he's whistling a lot out of corners, struggling to get the car stopped, struggling to keep the momentum around corners. And he's already 10 seconds behind Outlaw, who's absolutely flying in the race. Being a Hungarian living in Britain, he might be used to the wet weather. This is where he's getting the practice from. Yeah, he's flying at the moment as IRS LB44 is under pressure from TPI. We've got a yellow flag and that's GF1 spun round. We're going onto the track though. F-Codes did box for a set of inters. Let's have a look at the times from these guys. I think there's a purple sector there from F-Codes as well. Let's see what he does now on this lap. Another purple sector, so it's inters weather by the looks of it. Everyone's on wets. It could be inters. There's a lot of spray and everything, which could be affecting why people are not boxing. Outlaw's the only one that's really not struggling on the wets at the moment. Everyone else seems to be struggling big time. But F-Codes is setting purple sectors left, right and centre on his inters. Remy's catching up as well. There goes F-Codes around the outside of Elmo. But if F-Codes sets the fastest lap on inters here, then I think a few people need to dive into the pits here. It's still raining out on track as well, so the game is throwing a bit of people off here as DMV's actually caught up with the mill now. Who's nearly spun it around again, having a big moment. We've got IRS LB44 into the pits. I think he's going for the inters as well. Let's see what F-Codes does into the final corner. How faster is he going compared to everyone else? A 1:16.0, yeah, it's inters weathers. It's inters tyres. 16.0 compared to, let's have a look, a 16.9 from Outlaw. So yeah, get yourself on the inters. F-Codes could undercut a lot of people here and put himself into the top 2, possibly. We'll see what IRS LB44 can do on the inters as well. See if he can undercut a few people. GF1's also done the same thing now onto the inters. I think Amir needs to do the same thing here because he's losing a lot of time. I think he'll be much more comfortable on the inters. PMV super skill stays out as well. But Outlaw is absolutely sending it. He's not struggling at all. As F-Codes goes even quicker with a 1:15.7 on the inters. IRS LB44 catches on with Elmo. We've got Yo Soy Chris into the pits. F-Codes has already gone past. There goes IRS LB44. How much time has he made? But he's made a lot of time on Yo Soy Chris there. He was actually behind or ahead? I can't remember. But he gapped him. GF1 with a time penalty as well. 3 drivers now with time penalties. Yeah, F goes is absolutely flying. P5. And he's catching up with TPI. Outlaw's into the pits as well now. He's gone for the inters, I believe. Let's have a look. He's gone for a new set of wets, which is a surprise. And Lewis into the pits, DMB's into the pits, TPI into the pits as well. Let's see where F goes, rejoins them. I said he was going to be up to P2. Could even jump Outlaw here if Outlaw gets a bad exit. So what a decision from F codes this has been. He's jumped all the way up to P2 and he's caught up with Outlaw massively by being on the inters. IRS LB44 as well is now back up to P3. Everyone on the grid is on inters except Elmo and Outlaw. As Outlaw just thrown away his race here by not boxing for the inters. We might see the tyres and F codes now and be like, what's going on here? Outlaw's still got some pace though on these wets. But that's massive from F codes and IRS LB44. Great decision from them guys. We got a yellow flag. That is Elmo, I believe. Had a bit of a moment. Yes, he did. Outlaw still staying out there in the wets. And they're not losing time to F codes here. But Nua looks a bit more comfortable now as well, I believe, on this set of tyres. Outlaw 1.6 ahead. Still finding time on the wet tyres. Everyone else is on inters compared to the wets of Outlaw and Red Bull. You also Chris looking a bit more comfortable in the inters as well now. Just under halfway of this race. IRS LB44 struggling a bit. Outlaw's into the pits on a brand new set of inters. TPI sets the new fastest lap. Outlaw's got a lot of work to do now. Here comes Anu making a move on IRS LB44. He's up to P2. He's going to try out break Anu. Tiny bit of rubbing. Tyre rubbing, but rubbing is racing, as we say. Outlaw has got the Anu has got the job done, sorry. Here comes Yosoi Chris as well, trying to make it a three-way battle around the outside of IRS LB44. Doesn't get the exit that he wants. Anu back up to P2 now. F code with a strategic master plan. Boxing for the inters early on, getting an undercut on literally everyone. And Noor does look a bit more comfortable now on these inters as well. Let's see what Outlaw can do though. He was the fastest man on track before everyone changed to inters and was 12.5 seconds up the road. Now it's changed in the favour of left codes. Outlaw's out to P7. He's got a lot of work to do. Yo, so Chris with the slipstream on IRS LB44, does he go up to the inside? No, he doesn't. IRS LB44 again with some good braking. Here comes TPI and DMB Super Skills side by side. Outlaw's gonna have a look as well. Here he comes, up the inside of the Mercedes. Back up into P6 after leading this race for the first 15 and having 2 pit stops. One for the wet tyres and realised that everyone was going quicker on the inters and boxed again, put himself back into P7. And he's got a lot of work to do as TPI runs wide. Outlaw with the fastest sector 2 out of anybody so far. Yolso Chris still right behind IRS LB44, but like I said with the new, has felt more comfortable on this Inter tyres, and there we go, the fastest lap, but then Outlaw absolutely smashes that by 7 tenths. Great move from Yolso Chris there, up the inside of IRS LB44, Outlaw doing the same thing on GPI. So try to make it a double overtake here in the same straight, but IRS LB44 with a bit more ERS. Outlaw nearly messed up his braking there, had to sort of adjust where he was going to put the car into the braking zone. And Lewis catching up with Defco as well. IRS LB44 trying to go around the outside. Oh, he's been clipped by Outlaw. And that is IRS LB44 around. Outlaw with a bit of a mistake there. He's just cost himself big time possibly. He's already got 3 seconds. Could be seeing the students after this race as well. Can that be a turning point in the Drivers' Championship? We shall see at the end of the race. 16 laps to go. Unfortunate for IRS LB44, he was absolutely flying this race. From P9 I think it was, or P10, he was up into the top 3, top 4. Into the pits he goes. I think he's got ring damage as well, due to that. Yes, he does. There's a front ring being changed on the car number 88 Mercedes. Gonna put him to the back of the grid. Well, actually, he might. He's gonna be P10, P9, sorry, behind Remy. IRS LB44 to the hards. What? Is that a mistake there from IRS LB44? Because the track's still wet, so definitely a mistake. IRS LB44 3-second time penalty along with TPI as well. Penalties are starting to rack up from drivers here. Outlaw with a new fastest lap, 1:13.8. The track is getting drier and drier each lap here. Unfortunately for IRS LB44, he's going to have to box again. As he's drifting around the corners here in the Mercedes. F-codes are still losing time to a new here. It was 11 seconds, 11.5 seconds. It's dropped down to 8.9 now, 8.8. The new is catching and catching. He's on 4 lap fresher tyres as well. Outlaw's even quicker this lap. With a new fastest lap from Outlaw here. There we go, 13.4, and he's absolutely flying. But he has got a 3-second time penalty and possibly could be seeing the shoes after the race for that incident with IRS LB44. He's now got himself onto the inters, but has been lapped as well, so not good for him. Outlaw makes the move back onto the podium. Has got that 3 seconds though. Let's see if he can catch up with Anu. Yeah, they're catching F-Road too. Thirteen laps to go. F-Co's might have to box again. I'm not sure what the tyre wears like on the inter tyres around Austria in the wets. Down to 6 seconds. Oh, Anu has a big moment though. Massive snap of oversteer there, and that has allowed Outlaw to catch right up with him. Yeah, we're not going to see dry tyres this race, which is a bit unfortunate. We'd love to see what people can do on the drives. The IRS over 44 might be retiring from the race, I'm not sure why he's boxed again. Maybe just getting out of the way of drivers, I'm not sure. There goes Outlaw. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. As Outlaw takes P2 away from Anu. Ooh, Haas in the background running really deep. Yo, sorry, Chris picking up 3-second time penalty as well. Due to that mistake he made there. Gaps are starting to spread out now. Outlaw is much quicker than everyone here in this wet weather. And Lure is struggling big time into this corner. Also Chris and TPI are now onto the back of the Lure here. Outlaw with another fastest lap. You'll see that gap between him and F-Code is drop every single lap now. 4 seconds, 3.9, 3.8, 3.7. Already taken 4 tenths out of him in the first sector alone. F goes with a lot more IRS to use though, to be fair. Not draining it as much as Outlaw. He literally took 1.3 seconds out of F codes on this lap alone. Another purple sector for Outlaw. Remy's into the pits. Onto the softs goes Remy. Is that a mistake from Remy there? GF1 with 3 seconds as well. You also Chris making the move on Anu there. TPI also trying to get past as well. Yeah, I'm not sure why Remy boxed for the softs there. And what's just happened with a Nur and TPI? I've just missed that. I'm not sure if TPI come together with a Nur because he's slowing down massively, letting a Nur back past. Yeah, so he must have missed the braking. I literally looked at my phone for 2 seconds to see if anything was down on Twitch. And TPI and a Nur had spun round. Outlaw is now caught up with F-codes. Well, Outlaw get to the end of this race though, on that set of tyres. I'm not sure if F-codes will. There's already 16 lap old tyres. We've got a Nur into the pits along with TPI. Let's see what they do. Brand new set of inters. If I was Outlaw, I'd box a new set of inters. Before F-codes and try to get the undercut. Which I think a Nur and TPI tried doing on a couple of people here. Outlaw with another big moment. F-codes struggling with the tyres now. IRS W44 gutted there after the incident with Outlaw, who just sneaked by on F-code, who makes a mistake into turn 1. But yeah, IRS W44 was having a great race, and F-code actually has been kicked from the lobby. I'm not sure what's happened to F-codes there. We'll send him an invite. Try to get him back into this race as quick as we can. Yep, there we go, back into the race. And Nur has left the session now as well. So I'm not sure if that's Wi-Fi issues or if that's the game just fucking out there. But Outlaw has extended the gap already. F-Bones is straight back into it. There we go. Try to get an invite. They sent it to 2. And Nur has joined, as you can see. TPI with a new fastest lap, taking that 1 point away from Outlaw, who was leading his race by 5.3 seconds. Everyone is literally miles away from each other now. And then Nur is back into his car, which is good to see. I'm surprised Remy's still out there on the soft today. He's P9, he's on a wet track. And he can't stop the car. And he's just driving around on his softs for some reason. There's F-codes and laps Elmo of the void there. GF1 into the pits. New set of inters for him. TPI with the new fastest lap. 1:11.8. F codes has got a box. Surely. The rest of the drivers got a box as well. Yo Soy Chris, DMB, Outlaw. Surely they don't make it to the end. Outlaw stays out. So does F codes. Gonna get the car to the end. Yo Soy Chris as well. Still a lot of battery to use. Got 5 laps to go here. A little mistake from F codes there, just cost him P2. Yo Soy Chris sneaking up the inside. Yeah, F codes should have boxed and done what he did last time with the undercut. Because I'm not sure that they're going to work out these inters. He might fall back into the clutches of DMB super skills in the next couple of laps and lose the podium. He's losing massive time to me as well. I think he's just trying to hang on here and try to get this podium. You can see the gap with DMB. It's slightly coasting down there. GF1 with another time penalty. DMB super skills with a little mistake there. Got a lot of battery to use though, fair play to him. Still 70%, everyone above him is below 50. So I think DMB super skills have got to start using that battery. And try to catch up with that Aston Martin. Outlaw pushing away big time though. Oh, there goes no. Oh no, she saved it. Into the wall he goes. Oh, nearly drives into TPI as well though. But yeah, Outlaw could be getting an after race penalty due to that incident with him and IRS WB44. So he's gonna have to push as hard as he can here. DMB super skills has now caught up with F codes. We've got 2 laps to go. Here he goes. Applying the IRS. Gonna make the move on F codes. He's got a bad exit. He's got a good exit, sorry, bad entry, I should say. As Remy is still out there on the softs. Trying to hang it out as long as he can. For some reason, he should have boxed the Ingles and got the fastest lap. Here's the battle for the podium that we're looking at though. Top two positions are sorted. Even if Outlaw gets to come at me, he still won this race. Even if it's a 10 second. He's about to break that 13-second gap that he would need to still win the race. And flying along nicely. Yoso Cristo off the P2 as well. Where did he come from? Yoso Chris. Up 2 positions. F-Code's up 8 positions though. What a race for him. As the DMB super skills sneaks past him. We're on the penultimate lap of this race, and this man here, Outlaw, is absolutely flying. Before Abu Dhabi, had never won a race in IRS, had never won a race in Tier 2. He won Abu Dhabi, he won Monza, and he's now on for his 3rd race win in a row here at Austria. He's in the Red Bull, driving around the Red Bull ring. He's got 1 lap to go. He just needs to keep it on the track, and victory will be his.